Get ready to challenge what you thought you knew. Don't miss an episode of the truth within the Bible. Your journey to enlightenment starts now.
Welcome back, my friends. Today's video covers Jeremiah chapter 46. Before we go there, let's get a quick recap of the last video covering chapter 45 to catch us back up. Chapter 45 was a short 5-verse chapter. In a nutshell, God sees the effort of Baruch and his hard work. God hears the groans of Baruch, who had grown weary and still reaches out with grace. God guarantees him that despite what was about to befall Egypt, he will not lose his life. Baruch's story encourages us. Keep going in faithfulness, even when it's hard and you're tempted to complain. The Lord rewards loyalty with his protection and presence. This chapter is a bit longer with its 28 verse, so let's jump right in. Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 1.
The word of the Lord which came to Jeremiah the prophet against the Gentiles.
Now notice, not for them, but against them. This will be to the Philistines, to Gaza, to the Euphrates, and to Gentiles, plural, which means simply nations. When it is plural, anytime you have the word Gentile and nations, it is the same word in the Hebrew. But anytime it's plural, it does not include Israel. Verse 2.
Against Egypt, against the army of Pharaoh Necho, king of Egypt, which was by the river Euphrates in Carchemish, which Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, smote in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah.
It is letting us know the history of it and how it went down. But there's also, in a futurist sense, something you need to really pay attention to. Verse 3.
Order ye the buckler and shield, and draw near to battle.
Verse 4.
Harness the horses, and get up, ye horsemen, and stand forth with your helmets. Furbish the spears, and put on the brigandines.
That's to say your coat of mail. Verse 5.
Wherefore have I seen them dismayed and turned away back, and their mighty ones are beaten down, and are fled apace, and look not back, for fear was round about, saith the Lord.
Verse 6.
Let not the swift flee away, nor the mighty man escape. They shall stumble and fall toward the north by the river Euphrates.
Those that cross the river. That's all the word Hebrew means, from the word Eber. Those people that came from the other side of the river, that river Euphrates. The river Euphrates is always extremely important in prophecy, in the future sense especially, and you get a peek right here, so pay attention. Verse 7.
Who is this that cometh up as a flood, whose waters are moved as the rivers?
The underlying Hebrew word, translated as flood here, is Yeor, which specifically refers to the Nile River or its channels/canals. The verse is a prophetic taunt describing Egypt's army under Pharaoh Necho, advancing boastfully and overwhelmingly, like the annual massive flooding of the Nile, which was iconic to Egyptians as a symbol of power, fertility, and unstoppable force. Verse 8.
Egypt riseth up like a flood, and his waters are moved like the rivers. And he saith, I will go up, and will cover the earth. I will destroy the city and the inhabitants thereof.
In a future sense, this overwhelming flood-like force points to the king of Babylon as a type or foreshadowing of the Antichrist. Verse 9.
Come up, ye horses, and rage, ye chariots, and let the mighty men come forth, the Ethiopians and the Libyans that handle the shield, and the Lydians that handle and bend the bow.
In other words, they swarm. Verse 10.
For this is the day of the Lord God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries. And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiate and made drunk with their blood. For the Lord God of hosts hath a sacrifice in the north country by the river Euphrates.
That day of vengeance is coming. And do you know what happens on that day? There will be great swarms until that time. But here, again, you're by the Euphrates. It is said to dry up at that time in a way it's crossed without any problems. Verse 11.
Go up into Gilead, and take balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured.
Verse 11 is sarcastic/ironic. God mocks Egypt, called the virgin daughter of Egypt, because it hadn't yet been fully conquered or deflowered in power, by telling them to go get famous healing balm from Gilead, a region known for its healing ointments. But God says it's useless. No amount of medicines, remedies, alliances, armies, or fixes will heal Egypt's coming defeat and downfall. The wound from Babylon is fatal. Egypt's glory is over. Verse 12.
The nations have heard of thy shame, and thy cry hath filled the land. For the mighty man hath stumbled against the mighty, and they are fallen both together.
They're not depending on God. They're depending on their own strength. When these people start moving around, swarming without the presence of God, they fall against each other. Verse 13.
The word that the Lord spake to Jeremiah the prophet, how Nebuchadrezzar king of Babylon should come and smite the land of Egypt.
Verse 14.
Declare ye in Egypt, and publish in Migdol, and publish in Noph, and in Tahpanhes. Say ye, stand fast, and prepare thee, for the sword shall devour round about thee.
Verse 15.
Why are thy valiant men swept away? They stood not, because the Lord did drive them.
Verse 16.
He made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another. And they said, Arise, and let us go again to our own people, and to the land of our nativity, from the oppressing sword.
They are saying, let's go back where our native place is. Well, it is a little late for that. God already told them if they go down to Egypt, they're going to die there. Instead, they called Jeremiah the prophet a liar for having brought that word forth. Verse 17.
They did cry there, Pharaoh king of Egypt is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed.
Verse 18.
As I live, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains, and as Carmel by the sea, so shall he come.
Verse 19.
O thou daughter dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity, for Noph shall be waste and desolate without an inhabitant.
That's to say, anyone there is spiritually dead. Why? They don't believe in God. They don't depend on God. Never forget Jeremiah 17:5. Cursed be the man that puts his trust in man instead of God. Verse 20.
Egypt is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north.
He's saying is, you went down to Egypt expecting a war horse there to protect you. All she is a tame heifer. Verse 21.
Also her hired men are in the midst of her like fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand because the day of their calamity was come upon them, and the time of their visitation.
Nobody stands against God and survives. Verse 22.
The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army, and come against her with axes as hewers of wood.
You all know who the serpent's voice is. It's how they are led, how they swarm, who's really behind it. Satan. Don't ever forget that. Verse 23.
They shall cut down her forest, saith the Lord, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers and are innumerable.
Grasshoppers, that's the locust. The swarmers. You can't count them. That's how many there are. That swarming has been going on for a considerable length of time. And in the future sense, you hear about it every day. Verse 24.
The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north.
Verse 25.
The Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saith, Behold, I will punish the multitude of No, and Pharaoh and Egypt, with their gods and their kings, even Pharaoh and all them that trust in him.
Verse 26.
And I will deliver them into the hand of those that seek their lives, and into the hand of Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants. And afterward it shall be inhabited, as in the days of old, saith the Lord.
King of Babylon, in the future sense, is none other than Satan himself. This day is coming. Some of it is already here. Look at the Euphrates. That's why he used it over and over, so that you would not forget. Verse 27.
But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel. For, behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid.
Jacob. That's the natural seed of Israel. Verse 28, to finish the chapter.
Fear thou not, O Jacob my servant, saith the Lord, for I am with thee, for I will make a full end of all the nations whither I have driven thee. But I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee in measure. Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished.
We always get what we got coming to us. In the next video, covering chapter 47, we're going to talk about the Philistines. We're going to take Gaza. We're not going into it today, but it's important. Much is happening in Gaza, and you need to be aware of what God has to say about it. Until then, stay strong, my friends.